All right, shalom, shalom. We got the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of the Son of the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who's a so-called black man, by the way. He's coming to deliver his people.
That's right.
All right. So first and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor
to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, HaKodesh.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Get me we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right, let me hold Revelation the 13th chapter. All right, and this devil's moving quick with his agenda. All right, and his agenda is to what? To implement that mark of the beast, man, which these dicks don't even know about, man. All right, they're walking in their daily life thinking getting money is gonna save them out of something. They're about to do away with this whole money system.
That's right.
Dummy. All right. Matter of fact, get that, the man built that extra barn to put all those stuff in it. You Jakes have no clue what's getting ready to come, man. You Jakes are in la-la land, man. All right, so when the Lord comes and brings that judgment, you're just gonna be like a deer in headlights. You're not gonna know what to do. And then the car is gonna hit you, man. Bring that out, bro.
2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his
You
devices.
see that? We're not ignorant of Esau's devices, man. You see Jake, like the Captain Tazariak and these fake Israelites, these false prophets, okay? When it comes to bringing out the truth, the full truth, they always, they're being deceptive.
That's right.
Okay? We don't deal with that. As if you going into the MOT, going into the infrastructure of the money system that they're creating, that's going too deep into what Esau is into. No, the Lord said to watch as well as pray. We can't be ignorant to those things, man. We have to be up on everything, man. Okay? Read that again, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us.
He's going to get an advantage of you if you don't know these things, man. Go ahead.
For we are not ignorant of his devices.
See, we're not ignorant to the things that Esau's got going on, all right? That's why I speak, ignorant means what? Not to know. Okay, we're not ignorant of these things. We know about the international bankers, the Bank of International Settlements and all these different things, the CBDC that he's been pushing out. We've been talking about that before he started to push it. Okay, starting with Elder Required Palmer, different brothers, but we're one body. So if one brother brings it out, then the whole Great Millstone brought it out.
That's right.
All right? Because we're up on things. We're up on what's going on. Okay? Let's sit on that. Boy, bring that out real quick. Sirach 19, to the point, and he that contamineth small things shall fall by little and little. That's it. That's right. You're right. Meaning what? When you cast away small things, you don't take a look at them, right? Guess what? You're going to fall little by little, man. Those small things become big things, man. All right? And that's not, and by the way, the MOTV, that's not a small thing. No. That's a huge thing that Esau's getting ready to do. That's his ultimate goal at the end of the day. His ultimate goal at the end of the day is to implement that mark. Okay? To have everyone take that digital ID. That's the end goal of these devils.
That's right.
All right? Bring Revelation 12 and 12. Okay, go ahead.
Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
That's right. Circumspectly means what? Circle means to around, and spec means to look around, to check things out, man. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
That's right. Go to Revelation 12 and 12.
Revelation 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Right, and who's the devil? Esau Edom, man.
Right.
All right, he's getting ready to come down with great wrath because he knows his time is almost up. All right, you see that? So when that great wrath is nothing light. There's a reason why this is known as the hour of temptation. You know, the time that has never been on the earth. Get me that in Daniel's. All right, get the hour of temptation. All right, get Revelations 2 and 10 high above the shop. All right. See, we're breaking it down the right way. These other cats ain't breaking it down the right way. They're not prudent. All right? Bring it on out.
This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth with the children of thy people.
That's right.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
Right, the time of trouble. What's that time of trouble? Jacob's trouble. We're going into what? Jeremiah the 30th chapter, 30th chapter, 7th verse. All right? There's about to be great hell on the earth, man.
Right.
All right? See, these people, they don't know about hell. Because they've been living in a first world country. Okay, they don't know about hell. All right? But guess what? 2023, a lot more people are going to be dying suddenly.
That's right.
You see that? That's just going to increase. All of a sudden, this person dropping dead. That person, oh, I wonder why. What's going on here? See, it's the simple-minded, the ones that are not circumspect that's wondering why. The ones that are looking around and looking at the small, the details in the writing, they can see what's going on right now.
That's right.
Everyone's just dropping dead suddenly, 21, 41 years old. Right? On camera, that news that reported for the sports, they're dropping dead. They're dead, just here. Everyone's just dying. Right? They do the thing where they look around and they're circling around and then they drop dead. Why is everyone doing that? That's clearly a demon that they're seeing.
That's right.
Right? That's some witchcraft going on, no? Well, that goes into that pharmakia, man. All right? Which is headed by these devils, man. All right? So everything lines up, man. Everything that the prophecies say lines up, man.
That's right.
Everything that great millstone through the apostles and elders been saying lines up.
Right.
It's your doctrine that is like Swiss cheese, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered.
Right.
Every one that shall be found written in the book.
Only the elect, only the chosen of our people that are found written in the book. The elect, the holy elect.
That's
Those
right.
are the only ones that's going to be delivered.
That's right.
The ones that are separate from the society and the spirit. Get Jeremiah 30 and 7. Bring on it.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 5. But thus says the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
Why? Because of the fear that's going to be upon these people. Go ahead.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Yep.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
See, this day that's getting ready to come is going to be like none other in history. All right? See, what's getting ready to come is going to, when you watch the Purge movies, when you watch I Am Legend, when you watch The Road, when you watch all these horror movies, right? That's gonna be all of that amalgamated into one. Oh, Jumanji. All of that amalgamated into one. This is what's gonna be on the earth. See, it's gonna be far beyond what they even that's gonna be far beyond what they look for, because the scriptures speak about the Lord working a strange work in the earth.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For that, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right. The elect is going to be saved. Not our whole nation. Only the elect. Only the holy elect is going to be delivered, man. You got to keep pushing it, man. There's a chosen, right? We're not here to save all Jakes, all so-called black, Latino, Native American. No, we're here to look. We're looking out for the elect.
That's right.
We're fishing for the elect.
Right.
Those are the ones that are going to get it. And the rest were blinded. Go ahead, bro. Oh, there's more? You want to jump in there? Go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 21, and it reads, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Well, let's look at the word tribulation in the blue letter. Look at the word tribulation in the blue letter. Go ahead, read that again.
Matthew 24 and 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Right, meaning what? Bigger tribulation than the flood, right? Than the time of Egypt, right? Than the 70 AD, than the bubonic plague, right? See? All these different slavery, right? When Christopher Columbus came over here with the rest of the devils, it's going to be worse than all of that. What's getting ready to come? Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the definition of tribulation in the blue letter. It says oppressing together.
Oh, it's not Esau setting up oppression right now? Well, that MOTB, that's all about oppression. The direction that Esau is moving is in the direction of oppression. Right? You see that guy that, what's that, the Canadian banker? What was that devil's name? Was it Jeffrey Polo, something like that? I posted what he said. Okay, he was saying, listen, we're going to do away with this cash. In other words, that's what he was saying, right? And yeah, there's going to be an underground for a while, but we're going to explode that. We're going to do away with that too. So what are they setting up? They're setting up oppression, right? Where you won't have no cash, you won't be able to get any under the table jobs, right? All your tips, I don't care where you work, all your tips are going to be accounted for. Okay? You see, you're not going to be able to buy a shirt and say, you know what, I'm going to sell this shirt in a year. No, they want to take tabs on everything. Wow. They want to be watching everything that you do. And you're going to need permission to do those things. All right? And you're going to need permission based upon what? The MOTB to buy and sell.
Right.
This is what the MOTB is about.
Right.
Right? Captain Cesare is running all around the world talking about this and that and heroin and what are you talking about, bro? Huh?
I know.
That's called circumlocution, man. Because those guys have sold out. I believe those guys have definitely sold out, man. Go ahead.
It says pressure, oppression, affliction, tribulation,
Right.
distress, straits.
Right, straits. Meaning what? A position of difficulty. This is going to be more difficult than any other time in history, man. Not only is Esau trying to oppress you as in their government, the wicked elite, all right, but then you're going to have different things happening in the earth amongst the regular people, man. Starvation, all right, famines, lack of food, lack of water, all right, civil wars. What you got to say, bro? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's it, all right? What?
This is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation,
Right.
which shall come upon all the world.
That's it. Hour of temptation meaning what? The hour of testing. Okay, we're going to be tested in that time. And the only ones that's going to make it past that test is the elect.
That's right.
It's the ones that the Lord has given his spirit to, man. Everyone else, they're going to be done, man. They're not going to know what to do, man. They're going to be as blind men walking in darkness, man. You see? All right? And they're gonna die. They're going to drop dead by one way or another, man. Okay? Let me get Revelation 13, bro. Let me get Revelation 13. Yeah, go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's right. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13 and verse 11. And it reads, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
That's dealing with the system, right? You got the two sides. You got the Democrats, you got the Republicans, you got the liberals, you got the conservatives. It's the same. It's the two different sides of the same coin. It's the same thing. They're working for the same people. Okay? Go ahead.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Keep going.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
What's some of those miracles? The fact that he has that neural link, right? He can make people walk, can make people see by putting that C-hip, that chislin in their brain, right? See what I'm saying? That's part of his miracles, right? But really his miracles deal with his technology in general. Okay? Because if you go back to the ancient world, this would be considered a miracle. All right? Things that you can do with technology. You can see, you can look in your TV and see for one, in Africa, you can see in the Middle East, you can see in Europe, and talk to people, right? You see that? That's considered a miracle. And he's going to deceive people by his technology, which was given to him by the Most High. Go ahead.
It says that they should make an image, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Right, dealing with the Roman Empire. This is the revival of the Roman Empire. The same Edomite race is ruling the earth right now. The same wicked Edomites are ruling the earth right now. Okay? This is nothing more than a revival. All right? It's the same political system and setup. They have the Senate, they have the House of Representatives, all these different things. It's the same setup as back then. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So people are going to start being put to death for not following the system.
Right.
Okay? For not doing what Esau wants them to do. It's not going to be a joke after time. He's setting up certain things to make it seem like if you don't comply, you're basically the worst. You're a terrorist. You're a mass murderer.
Yeah.
You're a major threat. This is what Esau's setting up right now. Okay? This is why they're doing away with free speech. Go ahead, keep going. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yeah.
And that
Now, what's that mark? The charagma. What's that mark?
All right, yeah, we gotta pull up that sign, bro. What's that mark? That charagma, that's that RFID to the chismet.
At the end.
Right? RFID chip. Okay? See what I'm saying? That's what that mark is, man. And this is what they're about to offer you people, man, in the near future, man. This is what they're about to offer you, man. That
Right.
mark. Okay? Which the Lord said if you take it, you're done. You're not, there's no repentance from that. Okay? You know who's gonna be targeting you? The angels. And you can't dodge those bullets.
That's
you can't
right.
dodge that sword. All right? Okay, you put it away, brother. All right? That's what's coming, man. The RFID. All right? The digital ID.
That's right.
So they can put you on the grid, so that they're gonna do away with cash, so that you have to make sure that you comply with their social morality, social credit system.
That's right.
All right, that's what they're getting ready to. That's what they're preparing. Just like China, but they're gonna do it on a way higher level. Because you know what China was? China was nothing more than a testing ground, man.
That's right.
Right? Because they set up China.
That's right.
The British set up China to be the way it is, with communism, right? Before that, they were in their ancient garb. They were,
Yeah.
they were Buddhist. Okay? Now they're living, they have suits on. They're dealing with communism. They got that from the British. They did that for this time now, so they could see how to implement it in the whole earth.
We love the devil.
Go ahead. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads,
Yeah.
and that no man might buy or sell. See,
No, hold on. No man might buy or sell.
how is your doctrine tied to buying and selling, man? It's all about the money system, man, the monetary system, man. Give me that. The stick and poke like poke. Go ahead. Read that again, bro. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark,
Right.
or the name of the beast,
Yeah.
or the number of his name.
Right, that market, like you said, is the RFI to the DC hip, man.
Right.
Okay? They're gonna want you to take that digital device, man. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 27 and verse 2. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doeth sin stick close between buying and selling.
Right, because people need to buy and sell to live, right? To buy, to get different food, right? To clothing, okay? Right? You need to buy and sell. So even to pay your bills, you need to spend money to do that, right? You're buying a service, all right? So at the end of the day, Esau understands that you can't go anywhere if you can't buy and sell.
Sure.
So he can make you do what he wants you to do if you don't have anything else to lean upon. Give me that. We shall not lean upon them that smoke. We shall not lean upon them. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 12. For wisdom is the defense, and money is the defense.
Yeah.
But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Right. The wisdom is the top thing. Okay. You get that wisdom. What's the beginning of wisdom? The fear of the Lord.
That's right.
And He's going to give you the wisdom. And that wisdom is going to be part of the way you're going to be delivered out of these different situations, man. Okay? See, that's why we read from the beginning was what? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. So he doesn't get an advantage over us, man.
That's right.
We watch everything these devils do, man. That's something else, bro?
Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such are as escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them,
Right.
but shall stay upon the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Stay upon meaning what? To trust. We're not going to trust in these Edomites any longer. Okay? Oh, there's a scripture that says they trusted because he trusted in oppression. Trusted in oppression. Esau is here to bring oppression, man. Okay? The Most High is the one that's liberating us from this.
That's right.
Okay? How did he start with that? He started with giving us the truth, man. all right, giving us who we are, all right, giving us who they are, all right, giving us what's getting ready to happen, man. All right? So we're not deceived and we're comforted. All right? We're not deceived and we're comforted. Okay? Got something else? Come on. Right.
Ecclesiasticus 27 and verse 3. Unless the man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall be soon overthrown.
Right, so it doesn't matter what you do, if you're not holding yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord, there's no hope for you, man. There's no hope for you, man. I don't care how much money you have saved up. I don't care what kind of houses you have offshore, what kind of underground bunkers you have. You're not going to be delivered if the Lord is not with you. This is Isaiah 30 and 20. It's like the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. Right, now people, Jake, they trust in oppression, man. How long this devil's been, how long have you been catching hell in this society and you're still looking to get relief from this society? So we got Tariq and Sheeta marked for reparations. Hell, you want listen, reparations is written in the scriptures. Right. We're going to get our reparations. The Lord is going to give us what we deserve.
That's right.
The Lord is going to give, first of all, we're going to get these devils in chains. Right. And they're going to have to give us all their substance. You're trying to go to the devil to help you, to bring you on a higher level than the average Edomite. Does that make sense? You think Esau's going to do that? When he destroyed all your neighborhoods and all your great black neighborhoods was destroyed. Your affluent black neighborhoods were destroyed and flooded, and they wrote it out of history like it never happened. All right, all that history, that hidden history that Esau done destroyed all your neighborhoods, right? Black Wall Street, Rosewood, right? Central Park. Okay. Whenever you got to a certain level, the devil was there to destroy it.
Right.
So why would he give you reparations? How does that make sense?
Right.
That's stupid. That's a dumb, but then they act like if you don't want it, listen, the Lord is going to give us our reparations. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has promised us reparations, man. And part of the reparations is them and their children, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's part of the reparations, man. And everything that they have. Okay? We're not looking for a few $1 million of this garbage FRN notes, man. That really has no value. The Lord said he's going to give us the heathen for our possessions, right?
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, bro. Matter of fact, go ahead, read that.
It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach, ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Right. So it's gonna be read that again, all right?
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness.
That's speaking to our people, all right? It's not speaking to the heathen. That's speaking to our people because the heathen can't trust in the Most High because he's not dealing with them, all right? He said, listen, because you trusted in this devil and in this society, okay, go ahead.
And perverseness and stay thereon,
right?
Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall,
Right.
swelling out in high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
That's it. That means you're going to be broken. All right, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, you're not going to get to where you think you're going to get to. It's not going to be all good. Okay, the scripture says when they say peace and safety, and sudden destruction cometh upon them. Right? They don't get it. Go ahead. There's more in that. That's it. Okay, who has what I asked you about? We're going to read that.
This is Revelation, Job 20 and verse 18. That which you have labored for shall he restore it.
That's right.
And shall not swallow it down.
Right, speaking about these Edomites, these so-called white people, right? They done destroyed, robbed, and pillaged, and they got all this gain based off of that. They're benefiting off of that.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
According to his substance shall the restitution be.
But according to his substance, meaning according to everything that he has, right? That's what you got to pay back. All right, including the shoes on your feet, including the shirt on your back. That's
right.
what these Edomites got to pay back. Read that again. See, so these Jakes, they don't know where they're at. Trying to get reparations. That's stupid.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
you can get a couple million, and then they're not going to give you that. All right, they'll give all that money to Ukraine though.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars to the Ukraine though. Okay, but they're not going to give you that. All right, so it's a stupid. And even if they do, that's not enough.
No.
Go ahead.
Like
You want to jump in? Go ahead.
Dave Chappelle did a skit where they actually gave back all the so-called blacks. They gave him back reparation.
Yeah.
And what happened? He ended up just spending, and giving it back to Esau.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it just went back to him. It's like
Right.
nothing happened.
Well, of course, because it's a system.
Yeah.
All right, you're in a system where you don't have, you don't control any, you don't own any corporations, man.
That's right.
You don't own any of these industries, man. The industries is owned by Esau, man. Esau dominates these industries.
I know that.
Okay, whether it be rubber, all right, whether it be silicone, all right, plastic. Esau controls these things, man. He has a monopoly on these things.
That's right.
So of course, when you get it, you're gonna give it back to the devil. Go ahead, man.
That's why it says when he that earned his wages, earned it to put it in the back of the hole.
That's right. That's right. Beautiful.
Job 20 and verse 18. That which he labored for shall he restore.
So everything that these devils got, they have to restore it back. That's reparations right there. Because the reparation, what does it mean? It means to repair. Did they repair you Israelites? They didn't repair you Israelites, man. You Israelites are in the worst state that you ever been, man. All right? Jake is at the worst state that they ever been, man. Right? Single family households. All right? The gangster rap music. Okay? Oh, look at the Native Americans in the reserve. Through.
Haiti.
Right? And Haiti, all right? The barrios in South America. Okay? Jake is catching nothing but hell out here, man.
That's right.
Okay? So did they get reparations? Were they repaired? Because to have reparation, that needs to be repaired.
That's right.
Okay? No. The Lord is going to give us the reparation. He's going to repair us, man.
That's right.
The
That's
right
right.
way.
That's right.
All right? And guess what? He's going to repair us to the point where what? We become gods on the earth.
That's right.
He's not just going to repair us. He's going to upgrade us, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right?
Boy, this is Jeremiah 30 and 12.
Because listen, man, Jake is the best. We're the best nation on the earth.
That's
man.
right.
We have all the talent. We got all the flavor. Okay. If the Jake wasn't in the earth, guess what? Cars wouldn't be here. The street light wouldn't be here. All right. You see what I'm saying? Internet wouldn't be here, man. Okay. Oh, video games.
Video games.
All right. There's a particular guy, I forgot his name, Lawrence something. He was the father of the video. See, Jake doesn't get credit for these things.
That's right.
If you ask the average person, they think an Edomite created those things.
right.
Because they don't push that out there. And that's why you Jakes got a low self-esteem too. Because everything you think when you watch the movies, Esau was the Egyptians, right? The Egyptians were white, right? And the Philistines were white, but then they're supposed to be Hamites, right? Right? The Assyrians, the last samurai, Superman, Batman, right? So what is a Jake when you're growing up and you see that? What is in your mind? They eat the so-called white man. He's everything, right? Esau's but that's that lie. That's that deception, man. That's that deception, bro. And you Jakes, you haven't been taught the truth, and we're the ones bringing you the truth, man.
Right.
We're the ones telling you the truth, showing you that you ruled in Europe for 1,000 years. That you were the Moors, you were the Saxons,
Son
okay?
of God.
Or even the Vikings. The true that image that they put of the Vikings, those were not how the Vikings lived. They didn't live like that. They were never known to go and pillage people and things like that. And they weren't Edomites, okay? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is
They were so-called black men, so you can understand. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise.
Listen, Esau doesn't have anything, man. When you look at it, Esau, bro, you can see why Esau's mad. Okay, he just doesn't have it. He just doesn't have it, bro. Everything he has, he had to forge. Forges of lies. All right, he had to forge everything, man. What does it mean to forge? When you have let's say, I used to do this in school, man. When you want to skip school, you go, do a little, you go cut trace behind your mother's signature. That's called to forge. That's called to falsify, right? So everything Esau has, even his whole history, he falsified it. that history, most of that, the great history that he has, he stole from us. He
right.
said that he took what we did and he said that was him.
A fraud.
Right?
Fraud.
Even when it comes down to the image of the Lord. The Revelation clearly tells you the Lord is a so-called black man.
That's right.
With white woolly hair. It clearly tells you. Matter of fact, get Revelation, the first chapter. It's about. Go ahead. Go to the basics, man. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 1 and 7.
Okay.
Revelation 1 and 12. And I turned
13. That's Israelite 101, bro.
and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Right.
and girded about the paps with golden girdles.
That's speaking about Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay?
Right,
This
right.
is his description. All right, go ahead.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white and woolly. All right? They were white and it was like wool. Meaning what? Like an afro, man.
That's right.
Okay? Like Negro hair. Right? So-called black people's hair, so you can understand, man. Go ahead.
White as snow.
All right? And it was white. All right? Go ahead.
And
And
his
he had
eyes-
a full set of gray hair. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right?
And his feet like unto the fine brass.
Right.
As if-
Now let's deal with the brass. What color is brass? It's the same color as bronze. What color is that? That's brown.
That's right.
Okay, when these Edomites go to the Bronze Age, they're trying to get a brown hue like the rest of the nation.
That's right.
All right? Bronze is brown. Go ahead, read that again.
and his feet like unto fine brass.
So his feet was brown. Go ahead.
As if they burned in the furnace.
As if it burned in a furnace, so it was dark brown. So the Lord is not just a brown-skinned man or a light-skinned so-called black man. He's a dark-skinned so-called black man.
That's right. That's right.
All right? You see what I'm saying? With an afro, man. Okay? That's the description of the Lord. All right? So guess what? So when they came here, matter of fact, get Daniel. Get Daniel. Get the book of Daniel there. He's going to show. Okay? So when they came with the image of the Lord as an Edomite, looking like an Edomite, that was that form of media back then. Okay? That was that form of media. What you got, Rich?
First Maccabee 3 and 48. And laid open the book
That's
of
right.
the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Right, and that's what Esau did. He painted the likeness of his images by taking down our images. Okay? That's why if you go to Eastern Europe, even to this day, when you go to those museums, you're going to see so-called black images with afros and things like
That's
that,
right.
man. Okay? Why? Because those were the people that were ruling Europe for 1,000 years. Our people, man, the Israelites, man. These are things that they're not going to tell you in the school system, right? Unless you go up to like university, or they'll bring those things out. All right? But then you know what they'll tell you? They'll tell you don't tell anyone. They'll tell you to keep it a secret. I had an Edomite came up and told me that. All right? While I was teaching out here, he said, listen, yeah, they taught me what you're saying. They taught me, my professor taught me that black people ruled Europe for 1,000 years with the knights and the Moors and all that. Okay? Right? But he told me don't tell nobody. Why would he say something like that? Because these devils are deceivers, man. All right? Go ahead, bro. What did Daniel? Let's go.
Book of Daniel chapter 10 and verse 6. His body also was like a barrel,
And that's speaking about his garment, okay? Meaning he had a green garment on. Go ahead.
and his face as the appearance of lightning.
Yep.
And his
Because
eyes.
what? Wisdom maketh a man's face to shine. All right, go ahead.
And his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color of polished brass.
In
right.
color of what? Polished brass. All right? Meaning he had a dark brown hue. That's how the Lord looked. Okay? He was a dark-skinned man. All right? With an afro. All right? That's the image of who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man. Not a so-called white man. All right? That's fake news. All right? You see what I'm saying? The Lord was a so-called black man. Okay? So we're going to end it off on that. No, let's get Wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter, man. Okay, we're just breaking down some of these lies, man. All right, there's a lot of lies in the earth, man, that these people have been taught, man. Okay, how you doing, bro? Go ahead.
Let's start at 1.
Bring it on, yep.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand
No.
in the...
Songs of Solomon 5. Songs of Solomon 5 and 1. What you got?
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right, the earth was given into the hands of the Edomites. And what did they do? They covered over the faces. They painted the images to look like themselves, which was false, which was blasphemy. Okay? Because the Lord didn't look like that, man. All right? Now, go ahead, bring that Songs of Solomon up. Yeah, of course.
This is wisdom of song.
Let's go.
Songs of Solomon 1 and verse 6 and verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
I am black, and the word is not but, and the word is and. I am black and comely. I'm black and beautiful. All right, that's what King Solomon said. All right, see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, I am
And this
black.
is the Songs of Solomon. It wasn't no Shulamite woman. All right, it was Solomon himself. And either way, the Shulamite was an Issacharite, and that means the Issacharites were dark skinned. So you still lose. Read that again, bro.
This is Songs of Solomon 1 and verse 5. I am black but comely.
I am black but calmly. I am black and calmly. Black and beautiful. That's what it says. Read it the right way, bro.
Come, this is Song of Solomon 1 and verse 5. I am black and comely.
That's right. So that's what King Solomon said. All right. So he was clearly a so-called black man.
That's right.
All right. And that word is dark skin. All right. And when you look at the history of King Solomon, what did he do? He braided gold into his head. Ooh, that's something that's something a Negro would do, man. That's something them so-called black rappers would do, man. And Esau wouldn't do nothing like that, man. Esau gets billions of dollars. He still looks like a bum.
That's right.
All right. Why? Because he's an Edomite, huh? All right. These Edomites don't got no flavor, man. Okay. But guess what? King Solomon, he had that money. He was stunting with that money. And all Israel was stunting with that money. With that sauce, like the brother said, man. All right. Even if the lowest person in Israel at that time looked like a rich man. All right. You had the Queen Sheba, when she came to go meet him, she saw the doorkeeper. She thought that was King Solomon, right? So you know those were so-called black men, right? Because that's how we get down. Go ahead, bro.
It says, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Right. Well, what does Kedar mean? Dark. All right. Specifically, I believe it goes into dark skin. All right. We speak about Kedar, it actually goes into the skin color. Because you had one of the sons of, I believe it's Sephora, or Ishmael, you're right, Ishmael. That was named Kedar. Okay? What, bro?
This is Jeremiah 14 and verse 2.
See, we gotta break down these lies. Now, hold on. Let's get Numbers 12. Let's deal with leprosy. Let's get the law on leprosy. Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black onto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
Right. When they're black into the ground, meaning what? They're dark skinned. Okay? You see what I'm saying? That's what Judah to this day still has that dark skin. The Lord kept that on him. Okay? The kingdom of Judah in general. Alright? The southern kingdom. Go ahead.
Numbers 12 and 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
Woo! Why? Because she was being cursed for what? For what? Speaking against Moses. So what happened was the Lord cursed her. Man, hold on. So it said what? The anger of the Lord was kindled, right? Read that again. Go one verse.
Numbers 12 and 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them,
Right.
and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle,
Which was a chariot. Go ahead.
and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
Right, so she became leprous and her skin became white as snow, as it said, right? In other words, she lost her pigmentation. That's what it means. It means she lost her pigmentation. Okay? So she was a dark-skinned woman at first, so she had brown skin. All right? And then what happened? The Lord cursed her, showing you that's a curse. All right? And then what? She became so-called white. Read that again, bro. But you see, now, to show you this world is backwards, now Esau made it the opposite. All right? Go ahead. I mean, you're turning the things upside down.
Numbers 12 and 10, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle.
No, go up one verse.
Numbers 12 and 9, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous.
Became leprous. That's where you get leprosy from. All right? Leprosy is not when you got all type of bumps on your face. And you got to, because that's what Esau shows you in the movies, right? Because he's trying to hide the truth. Why do you think? It's clear as day. It's not like you have to do some deep research to find out what leprosy is. It's clear as day what leprosy is in the Bible. Very clear. It's basically to look like a so-called white person. Okay, or albino. That's what leprosy is. Go ahead.
And Miriam became leprous, white as
Became
snow.
leprous, white as snow. That's what leprosy is. All right? Go ahead.
2 Kings
No,
5.
no. Keep going on that. Keep going on that.
And Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
Leprous. That means she had leprosy, which is to be so-called white. Go ahead.
And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord,
Which they're not really white. It's just that they lose their pigmentation. Okay? Go ahead.
I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead.
Let her not be as one dead. What does that mean? Because when you die, you become pale, right? When you die, you turn pale, right? Go ahead.
Of whom the flesh is half consumed,
Right?
when he cometh out of his mother's womb.
Right. Now, flesh is consumed, right? What was the name of Esau when he came out? Aishad. Meaning what? Wasted away his heat, meaning he was consumed. What was consumed on him? His flesh was consumed. His pigmentation was consumed. Matter of fact, all right? So that's showing you that that's showing you these Edomites have leprosy. Okay? Go ahead. No, keep going on that, brother. Finish that off.
And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O Yahweh.
Heal her because that's a sickness. Right? But now you got our people look at bleaching their skin, right? Destroying their melanin to bleach their skin. Why? Because of the media. That's to show you the power of the media. All right? That's to show you that the media that's heavy sorcery. Right? For you to despise something that is good, which is melanin, which is worth more than gold on the market, by the way. Okay? For you to try to get rid of that. Well, these devils, they're trying to get that. Show you how messed up our people are in their head, man. Go ahead.
Heal her now, O power.
Heal her. Go ahead.
I beseech thee. Yep. The Lord said unto Moses, If her father hath put spit in her face, will she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days.
Right.
And after that, let her be received in again.
Right, and she couldn't even be in the camp looking like that. She couldn't even. That's why there was that account where those lepers were outside of the city. You couldn't be in this around the nation looking like that, right? All right, you have to get from around us looking like that. Okay, because that was clearly a curse from the Lord. All right. Go ahead.
2 Kings 5 and 27. The leprosy therefore of Naaman shall cleave unto thee and unto thy seed forever.
Yep.
And he went out from his presence a leper, white as snow.
Right, so that was a curse that was put upon the servant of Elisha. Okay, because he did something that was out of order. Okay, showing you how being out of order is dangerous. Go ahead. That's it. That's it. That's okay. Go ahead.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 4 and verse 6.
Yep.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom.
Yep.
And he put his hand into his bosom.
Right, and they never show this part when they do the movies about Moses. They never show this part for some reason. Go ahead.
And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous.
was leprous
As snow.
As snow. Showing you what leprosy is, man. It's to have a lack of pigmentation, man. That's leprosy. And it's not no big mystery. So that's what proves that Esau is hiding it. Because it's not like you gotta do some deep, I got a big archaeological, what does it say about leprosy? You gotta read it in the Hebrew, you gotta break it down. No, it's right there clear as day in the scripture.
That's right.
What?
The book of Leviticus 13.
So why the hell would the Lord come down looking like that? Looking like a white guy, that's leprosy according to the Bible.
That's right. That's right.
Huh? That's a curse.
It's a curse.
Go ahead, man.
Book of Leviticus 13 and 29. If the man or woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin,
Yep.
if there be in it a yellow thin hair,
A yellow, thin hair. That's a plague right there.
That's right.
But that's exalted in this place. So-called blonde hair, man. Right? You got our woman, they go glue. They actually put glue, right? I don't know if it's Gorilla Glue or what. They put glue on their damn head to put the damn blonde hair in there, man. All right? To show you how sick in the head they are, man. If I see a chick with blonde hair, but I already know. You get what you're gonna get with that chick, man.
That's right.
If it just come, yeah, she stabbed me a few times. Well, you know, it was to be expected, bro. Okay? You saw the blonde hair. I saw it. Right. Okay? Because that shows they got a mental issue now. They got,
That's right,
remember
that's
the
right.
chick passed by, and then she passed back. Hello. That was Satan, man. That was a specific demon. I don't know the name of the demon. A specific demon was in that chick, man. Go ahead, man.
then the priest
Oh,
shall...
and by the way, they're gluing these eyelashes in, and now they're going blind. There's one chick she had to. No, if she went to sleep, she would have been blind. She would have been, right? So they had to do the surgery just sitting there, and she had the tubes in her eyes and shit. Show you how, But dude, we've been telling you we don't like that. So they don't care. This is a spirit. Go ahead, man. We told you we don't like that shit. We don't like the long nails because we wondered how you wipe your ass with that. How do you wipe your ass with the fucking nails like that? And then they look at you crazy, like crazy back to that question. And then show you proud, like, come on. You know, what are you gonna get accomplished like this? This place is defiled, man. What are you gonna get accomplished if you gotta hold shit like this? Huh? Yo, sticking it. Yo, this is nonsense, man. This is a lie. It's cap. They're so dirty and fucked up in the head that they just leave themselves nasty. Right? Anyways, you keep leaving the brotherhood for Eve. I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit. Go ahead. I'm talking shit. My brother's convicted, so I'm like, yeah, that's wicked. Go ahead.
And there be in
I'm
it...
messing with you, bro. I'm messing with whoever it may be. Go ahead.
And there be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry scalp, even the leprosy upon the head or beard.
So leprosy upon the head of the beard, bro. All right? So that shows you what leprosy is.
That's right.
All right? It's so-called white skin, right? Edomite skin, lack of pigmentation, and blonde hair. That's two plagues. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good,
Right.
and good evil,
Right.
that put darkness for
If
light.
you back, let's say this, man. If you got a chick that's doing right by you, chilling, no matter if she's Eve, no matter who it is, let's deal with her, bro, according to wisdom. And that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, some brother be acting like it's wicked to have a woman. You ain't right. The spirit. You ain't right. You ain't right. The spirit's telling me it's wicked. All right, you got the Eve in the brother yelling. Brother yelling.
Isaiah 5. Isaiah 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, and that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, and that put bitter for sweet.
Well, hold on. Those eyelashes are evil. Yeah. Right? Those blonde ass nails. Those are evil. That goes back to Ilnana, man. That's that spirit, man. That fake shit. You know. Those little BBLs and shit. Those are type. That guy that I told you to look up last shoe. It says she had long nails. It says she had long nails. Okay, so that's showing you all these things are tied to idol worship, man. That's pushing the society, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Right. This whole place is bitter, you know, and everything that they promote is bitter, man. It's the PDF files, is that not bitter? Right? The feminism, is that not bitter? Right? The alphabet community, is that not bitter that they're pushing on the people, on the children? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me.
Right.
They are son as children, and they have no understanding.
Right.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
Right. They're wise to do wickedness, man. They're wise to get some accounts, you know?
Yeah.
They're wise to do that type of shit. They're wise to roll a blunt, okay? To tie the bandana a certain way, right? They're wise for that, okay? To hide the pocket knife and get to the club. You see? This is the wisdom they got. You be like, oh shit, this guy's, how did he do that? Right? I know Jake that'll know how to cut certain holes in their jackets and they hide certain things in there. Right? So that's what Jake is wise to do, but he's not wise to do righteousness.
That's it.
Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, it says here in 1 Corinthians 14:20, brethren, be not children in understanding,
Right.
howbeit in malice be a children,
Right.
but in understanding be men.
That's it. That's right. They understand and be men. Okay? See what I'm saying? What's that, bro? Yeah. Go ahead, bring it out.
This is Dr. Walton. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
I put away childish things, man. You can't put away childish things, man. I mean, you can't hold on to childish things, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? Play fighting in the street. You gotta put away those things, man. You're supposed to be grown ass men on this mother. You know? Kung fu, right? No. You gotta stop that, man. It's like, all right? Nah, bro, we gotta be on a higher level than that, man. All right? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 9:3. And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies. But they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth.
Right.
For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, said the Lord.
Right. They don't know Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Right? And they're gonna get caught up with that, man. They're gonna get done away with that, man. All right? Because they don't want to listen to the truth, man. All right? They want to follow their own ways, man. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 22. And it reads, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart.
Right. All right? That's the elect. Take on the Lord in a pure heart, man. All right? Without malice, without guile, deception. A lot of you can't, you other camps, you have deception in you, man. All right? To Zaria, that was deception. What you were pulling there, man. You saw he asked and he looked uncomfortable when he mentioned it. And you would wish that topic would go away, but it's not going to go away.
No.
It's only going to get hotter. Okay? What?
Zechariah 7:11. But they refused to hearken and pull away the shoulders and stop their ears,
Yeah.
that they should not hear.
That's it. Go ahead.
This is, Jeremiah chapter 5:26. For among my people are found wicked men.
Right.
They lay wait as he that set his snares. They set a trap. They catch men.
Right. And one of the main ways they do that is through the lies. Okay? Yeah, they do it through different means of wickedness, robberies, and things of that nature. But the main way is through the lies. Okay? Because with the lies, they mix truth with it. They'll tell you some truth, but then it has the lies in it. Okay? And you're not going to eat a plate of food if a maggot is in it. They don't care how good it looks, right? If a piece of a maggot is in it, a worm is in it, you're not going to eat it. The whole plate is defiled, right? Go ahead.
As the cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they have become great and waxen rich.
That's right. Therefore, that's why they get money. Because guess who's blessing them? The spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side, man. Okay? Because he could bless you with riches too. He could bless you with money. Alright? So a lot of these guys, they're not living how the men of Red Millstone are living. Alright? A lot of these dudes are making big money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay? All for the truth. So that's why it's like, oh, I got this, but then come to my Patreon to get the rest, right? Yeah, brother, you mentioned that the other day, right? It's Sakari, right?
But this is the book of St. Matthew 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon.
Right, you're right. You can't serve both, man. You're either serving Yahweh Shem Shai, the Heavenly Father, or you're serving this money. Okay, and that money's gonna lead you to destruction if you love it. That's right. Okay? We don't love money, man. Right? Money's, we use money. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we,
right.
We use money in society, man.
That's right.
You know? You need money to get by, but really, ultimately, you don't need money. You need Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? Because was Elijah using money to get the food every day? No, it wasn't money he was using. Alright? So when this time comes, when they break down this society and bring in that RFID, money is not the thing that's going to be sustainable. Then you have a wicked deliberate okay?
This is Ezekiel 13 and verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesied and say unto them, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert.
Right, what's a fox? Fox is sly, man. They're slick. You know, they're wait. They're running to grab your food while you're talking to somebody. They'll run with the food. That's what a fox is. They're sly. They're slick. Okay, go ahead.
Ye have not gone up into the gospel, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle of the day of the Lord.
Right.
They have seen vanity and lying divinations.
Right. So when you say that the mark is an embargo or is spiritually, no, it's a physical mark that they're about to implement, man. Okay, it's something that you're gonna have to take either in your right hand. It doesn't have to be your right hand, it can be any part of your hand, right? Or your forehead. Okay, and it's going to be to buy or sell. So you saying anything other than that is a lying divination.
That's right.
There's more than that, so I can go ahead.
They have
You want to
seen,
jump in?
Right, go.
Okay, go finish up. Go ahead.
they have seen vanity and lying divinations, saying, the Lord saith, and the Lord hath not sent them.
Right.
And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Have ye not seen a vain vision? Have ye not spoken a lying divination? Whereas ye say, the Lord saith, howbeit I have not spoken it. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, because ye have spoken vanity and seen lies. Therefore behold, I am against you, saith the Lord power.
That's it, right? You spoke lies, right? And General Yohana, you have a lot of blood on your hands too. Why? Because you told them to take their juice.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Now that dies, when they watch that dies sudden, all right, they're gonna have something else. They're gonna have another opinion, man.
That's right.
Okay, the ones that do have enough brain cells to go and watch something like that. Okay, they're gonna see it and be like, whoa, so what's inside of me right now?
But I think they took it off, right?
Yeah, they took it off of YouTube, but it's still on BitChute
Okay.
and these different things. So if they look hard enough, they can find it.
Okay.
All right. So you led a lot of people to death, and a lot of those people a lot of them are gonna die, right?
So,
Okay, did you read yours yet?
No.
Go read yours.
2 Peter 1:20, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scriptures is of any private interpretation.
That's right, right. So you can't make up your own doctrine, your way of breaking it down. No. The scripture is meant to be broken down in one way, and it's one truth. It's not a bunch of my truth, and that's for the women. All right?
That's right.
The my truth. Okay. Go ahead.
Isaiah 9 and verse 16, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Right. They that are led of them are destroyed. And by the way, we're not trying to come up and change your mind, because we already sent out the warning. Now we're just trying to guide the sheep to the right way.
That's right.
Right? Because what did the Lord say? He said if they be blind leaders of the blind, they, go ahead. Say less.
This is the book of St. Matthew. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 15,
Right.
and verse 13. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father has not planted shall be rooted up.
Right. So they're not going to stand. If they're not teaching the true gospel, they're not going to stand. Go ahead.
Let them alone. They be blind, leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
And guess what? IUIC is blind. ISUPK is blind. All right? They're not 100% on their doctrine. All right? They're not 100% on their doctrine, bro. Okay? Sakari's close, but no cigar. All right? They're still blind, bro. They're still off. Okay? You got to get the truth 100%. Because if there's a chink in the armor, that's where the enemy can enter in. That's why Zariak loses debates. Okay? Because if your thing was airtight, there would be nowhere to go in. Okay? What?
Titus 1 and 9. Holding fast the faithful word, as he had been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially day of the circumcision.
Especially day of the circumcision. So you being an Israelite doesn't mean anything. You knowing you're Israelite doesn't mean anything. Because those people that crucified Yahushua, they knew they were Israelites. So that means nothing. Go ahead.
Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. One of them, even a prophet of their own, said the Grecians are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies.
Right. Right. So there were certain people that were always lying. Okay? And well, you got these cats that are always lying. They're always pulling out false information. Go ahead.
This witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in faith.
That's right. And that's what we're doing. We're rebuking them sharply. Okay? We're showing them that they're going on. Go ahead. That's it on that. That's right. Okay? So listen, man, like we read before, if they be blind leaders of the blind, they shall both fall into a ditch, man. They're not going to be delivered, man, if they don't get it right. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50 and 6. For my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherd have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountains to hills. They have forgotten their resting place.
Go ahead, bring it up. That's it. Okay.
Jeremiah 50 and 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherd have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Right. They've gone from mountain to hill, man. Meaning what? They've gone from government to government, trusting in them, leaning upon them that smoke them, instead of trusting in their power, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because that's who's going to deliver us out of this situation.
That's right.
Okay? The Lord said when he comes to meet this Edomite, he's not meeting them as a man. He's coming as an angelic power from the heavens, man.
That's right.
And Esau's trying to prepare for that, but you can't prepare for something that you don't know when it's coming. You don't know what the level of the technology is. All right? So it's a waste of time. Okay? And it said that he's going to be broken without hands. So Esau, there's no hope for Esau, man. Listen, time is on our side, man.
That's right. That's right.
Time is not on their side. Time is on our side, man. Okay? You got something?
Come, you asked for this earlier.
Yeah, bring it on up.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time has come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Right.
But after
Well, sound. What does the word sound mean? It means whole, full, okay, together, perfect. All right? Perfect. The doctrine has to be perfect, man. Go ahead.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers.
Beautiful. I need that in the blue letter too. I need that in the blue letter NLT. Go ahead.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears.
Right. Right. Go ahead.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth,
Yes.
and shall be turned unto fables.
Because a lot of these people are just looking to hear what they want to hear.
That's right.
They're looking to get confirmed for what they want. Right? That's why that guy went and asked that he asked him about what he asked him. He asked him, oh, well, I still want to make money. I don't want to be woke and broke or whatever he said. Right? Because he wants him to confirm that he can still focus on his business. You know, and put the truth on the back burner. But it doesn't work that way, right? Okay? You gotta put the truth in the forefront.
That's right.
All right? And guess what? You're gonna lose things on this road, man.
Sure.
This thing is not a thing where you're just gonna walk and it's gonna be all roses. And matter of fact, it's gonna get better. No, it doesn't work like that. You gotta be tested, man.
That's right.
And the Lord is gonna test you. He's gonna take away things. Might be your family, might be the woman, might be your job, might be whatever the case may be, your business. All right? Just so we can give it back or give something to sustain you. All right? But you have to go through that test, man.
That's right.
Good.
Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Prepare thy soul for temptation, man. Read that again. Done.
Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
So that's the beginning. That's really what you should have read him. All right, to get his mind right with that too. Right? It's all good to say you go work and you eat. Well, obviously, how the hell how can we come out the camp? How can we get cars to figure out the camp? Right? See what I'm saying? So obviously that goes without saying. But you got to give him the correct perspective as well, man. Go ahead.
This is Acts 14 and verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation.
Much tribulation. And we read what it meant. Oppression, right? To be pressed, right?
That's right.
See what I'm saying? So it's not it's called the straight gate for a reason.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
And that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Right. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 4 in the NIV, in verse 3, and it reads, for the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine,
Yeah.
and set to suit their own desires, they will gather around.
Suit their own desires. Go ahead.
They will gather around.
Because see, they want the Most High to fit their way.
That's right.
All right? They want the Most High's way to fit their lifestyle. Okay? Because they like pork, the law is done away with. It doesn't work that way. Go ahead.
It says, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear.
Right, to say what their itching ears want to hear. Not what the Most High said, not what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said, what they want to hear.
Smooth
Okay?
things.
Because these people literally think they want to, like the Most High got to mold to their way. You know? And he got to get on their program.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
This is Hosea 5 and verse 4. Hosea 5 and 4. They will not frame their doings to turn unto their power. For the spirit of whoredoms
They will not frame their doing to turn unto their power, meaning they will not change their ways, man. Okay? You gotta change your way. You gotta do a 360. You see, the thing with the modern church, and that's why there's no men in the church. That's why the black men have left the church. Okay? Because the church is a bunch of garbage, man.
Right.
Basically, they're saying you can do whatever you want to do, just accept Jesus. That's not what the Bible says. Okay? Because men, you can only go so far with tricking men. Men, they'll start coming up like, listen, this don't make no sense. They'll start using logic. Okay? Go ahead.
Hosea 5 and 4, they will not frame their doings to turn unto their powers.
Yep.
But the spirit of whoredom is in the midst of them, and they...
Oh, is that the spirit of whoredoms amongst Jake right now? And amongst these churches, there's a heavy spirit of whoredom. Well, we used to go to church to get women. When I was a teenager, I used to go to church to get girls, man. and literally in my church, I kid you not, brother. In the church, man, I kid you not. Right? This is a real story now. A dude was getting a PJ in the church van, brother. While other kids was around in the church van, bro.
believe.
You understand what? So that's what the church is about, man. That's what the church is about, whoredom and doing whatever the hell you want to do, okay? And then just accepting Jesus, whoever the hell that is. Go ahead.
It says, and they have not known the
Go
Lord.
ahead.
Back to 2 Timothy 4 and verse 4 NIV, they will turn their ears away from the truth.
That's right.
And turn aside to myths.
Right, turn aside to myths. That's it. All right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 30 and verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Right.
Speak unto us smooth things,
Yep.
prophesy deceit.
That's what Jake wants to hear. They want to hear those smooth things. And those Christian pastors, they're nothing but motivational speakers. That's all they are. That's all they are. They're just motivational speakers. So they tell them what they want to hear, man.
That's right.
Right? Because as soon as T.D. Jakes, he started to speak against the black woman, right? It's like, well, he didn't even just criticize them a bit. Half of the cards even left. I ain't staying for this abuse. As soon as you tell them a little truth, man, they lose it, man. But that's what the truth is about. Man. That's what the church is about, man. Okay? You know, I mean, he barely even said anything. He said like I don't know, it was maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, right? He said one thing, man. He criticized the women one time, bro. Barely, just a little thing. He might have been watching Kevin Savage. I don't know. He said a little criticism, one. And like I don't know how much. A lot of the congregation left after that sermon, man. Showing you that the church, the Christian church, is not about truth.
Nope.
It's about saying what they want to hear.
That's right.
Read that again, brother. Which is false, which is really satanic.
That's right.
That's satanic right there, bro. Because, oh, hold on. What did Aleister Crowley say? Do what thou wilt. Do what you want. Balenciaga. Do what you want. That's the Satanism right there. And that's what the average person, that's their mindset, man. Oh, as long as they don't hurt nobody. Oh, well, hey, they've gone aside to Satan. Okay? Because really, in the grand scheme of things, it does hurt people.
That's right.
Because sin is like a cancer.
That's right.
Wickedness is like a cancer. Oh, well, hence, what are they pushing now? Pedophilia. What did it start with? The alphabet shit.
That's right.
Now they're adding all kind of numbers and letters to it. They got 2 plus 2 divided by 8. Divided by 8. What's that? What manner of wickedness is this? Divided by 8. What is this? You don't even want to know what it is. You don't even want to know what it is. Right? They got one thing they call 2 spirits. What the fuck? The Most High didn't create 2 spirits. He made a mistake. He gave you 2 spirits instead of 1 spirit. Right? One day you're George, the next day you're Richard. That's the sickness of it all.
That's right.
You doesn't figure out what that is? That's the elder from Baltimore, right? That's Karasha Zalba from Baltimore, man. That's the sickness of it all. Go ahead, man.
This is Isaiah 30 and verse 10 again, which say to the seers, see not,
Right.
and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
Right, prophesy deceit. They want to hear deceit. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11, get out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Right. Because the Holy Ones to cease from the forest, man. See, they rather deal with their idols, because their idols allow them to feed the flesh. It's all about feeding the flesh.
That's right. That's right.
That's really what it breaks down to. Right? Because to feed the spirit, that's hard.
That's right.
To feed the flesh is easy. But it leads to death. Right? It's easy to eat, to get a taste for chicken wings and, fried chicken all day. But what's going to happen? You're going to clog up your arteries, right?
Right.
Right? And then they'll drop you dead eventually. Go ahead.
This is Amos 5 and verse 10. Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate,
Right.
and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. This is why the scripture says what? O Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, man. Because they hate them. That's why they hate us. Right? Because that's spirit. And it's ultimately the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Okay? This is telling straight.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 37, and verse 21.
Breathe out. Scream on the top of your breathe out.
Then
God.
Jeremiah chapter 38 and verse 6. Then they took Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Machia, the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison. And they let down Jeremiah with cords, and in the dungeon there was no water but mire, so Jeremiah sunk in the mire.
I don't know if that's booty. That's mud. Okay, mud. Okay. Right. So they put. Read that again.
This is
There's a couple of accounts they put on the gym. Right.
this is Jeremiah 38 and 6. Then
So you
took
might want to start up these verses.
This is the book of Jeremiah 38 and 1. Then Shephatiah the son of Mattan and Gedaliah the son of Pashur and Jekal the son of Shelemiah and Pashur the son of Machia heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus said the Lord, he that remaineth in this city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey and shall live. Thus said the Lord, the city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which shall take it. Therefore the prince said unto the king, We beseech thee, let this man...
So guess what? All them, the ones that were righteous, all the ones that believed in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, what were they going to get ready to do? They were getting ready to go to Babylon. You see what I'm saying? They were getting ready to go to Babylon because ultimately that was the commandment of the Lord. You see that? But the ones that disobeyed, they didn't want to hear that because what? They were comfortable. Okay? They were probably living good at that particular time. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to leave. What? Just like Jacob doesn't want to leave Babylon right now.
That's right.
Right? What?
Therefore the princes said unto the king, We beseech thee, let this man be put to death. For thus he weakeneth the hands of the man of war that remain in the city, and the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them.
Well, he's telling them the truth. It's just like when Jake was about to go to battle, right? And when we were coming out of Egypt, there's a particular battle, and then the Lord said, "Okay, go up, and I'm gonna be with you." Jake's like, "Nah, it's too much." And the Lord said, "All right, fuck it, don't go up there. Stay there." And then that's when they went up. And then he said, "No, I told you don't go. I'm not gonna be with you. No, we got it, Lord." And then they started to get put to death. That's the simple mind of a Jake.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
It says, Then, for this man seeketh not the welfare of this people, but the herd. Then Zedekiah the king said, Behold,
Yeah, because after a while, you Jakes are a bunch of demons, right? So, but really, it wasn't even that. He was just telling them the truth, right? But he thought he was hated this people. He was hate your brother. Go ahead.
Then Zedekiah the king said, Behold, he is in your hand. For the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then took they Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Machia, the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison. And they let down Jeremiah with cords, and in the dungeon there was no water, but mire, so Jeremiah sunk in the mire.
So you see, so he was capturing help, man. He didn't know, you know, he's there to imagine. That's kind of like a, trust in the Lord, but it's still a scary, like, kind of situation. Like, sinking in there, no water, no nothing, he's trapped. This is why he was stressed out, right? Okay, this is why he was stressed out, bro. All right, and they see, but guess what? Jeremiah's gonna win. We're in a time when Jeremiah's gonna win.
That's right.
Right? And you Jakes are gonna catch out, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter. This is another account.
Okay.
This is the book of Jeremiah 37 and 11. And it came to pass that when the army of the Chaldeans was broken up from Jerusalem for fear of Pharaoh's army, Then Jeremiah went forth out of Jerusalem to go into the land of Benjamin, to separate himself thence in the midst of the people. And when he was in the gate of Benjamin, a captain of the ward was there, whose name was Arijah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Hananiah, and he took Jeremiah the prophet, saying, Thou fallest away to the Chaldeans. Then said Jeremiah, It is false, I fall not away to the Chaldeans. But he hearkened not to him. So Arijah took Jeremiah and brought him to the princes. Wherefore the
So he thought he sold out to the Chaldeans.
right? Wherefore the princes were wroth with Jeremiah and smote him and put him in prison in the house of Jonathan the scribe, for they had made that in prison.
Right. So anyway, there's a false accusation, you know? There's a wicked judgment, right? But anyways, go ahead.
This is Galatians 4 and verse 16.
But the other one was better because that was dealing with the prophesy. Go ahead.
This is Galatians 4 and verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy?
So I don't know how you could read that and think that coming being a prophet or being a man of the Lord is some type of recent work and it's going to be love. Right? It doesn't work like that. Okay, the Lord is the one that's going to exalt us, man.
That's right. That's right.
Galatians 4 and verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Right, that's it. You become their enemy because you tell them the truth. This is why we're the enemy of the people, because we're telling them the straight truth with no chaser, man. Okay, and we don't care how they feel about it, man. All right, because what we're saying is going to come to pass, man.
Go ahead. This is the book of Isaiah 59 and 15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey.
Right, when you depart from the wicked ways of this world, right, you make yourself a target. All right, because these people are still in the darkness, man. Right? They're still in the darkness. So you having that light, they get jealous. I don't know if you brothers peeped it, but when we went out that day, I don't know if you see the little short guy with the dreads. The way he was kind of looking at us. Go ahead.
John 3 and 19. And this is the condemnation that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Wait, what? Say what?
Because their deeds is like a men love darkness rather than light.
But my point I was making is that he kind of like looking like, what's up with these guys? Like he know me, so I probably think like, he be looking at me the same way. But then when it's all three, he's looking at me. He's looking at all the motherfuckers. All you ninjas. That's how you look. You know? So I was like, yo, I'm peeping it, you know? And we saw something, bro. We saw the light, man. Go ahead, man. Read that again, bro.
John 3 and 19. And this is the condemnation that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Right, because that's why they hate the truth. The truth that we're bringing out, they hate it because their deeds are evil, man. All right? And this word, give me that. It's like a two-edged sword. Okay? This word is sharper than any two-edged sword, man. Okay? So when we pull it out, when we bring out those precepts, it cuts them in the spirit. There's a spirit in this book, man. This ain't no regular book. All right? Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 4 and verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
And another thing, the two-edged sword is speaking about, because brothers be talking about the two-edged sword, and oh yeah, because it cuts you, but two-edged sword is not speaking about a sword that has two blades coming out of both sides. Okay? I said this before in previous videos. A two-edged sword is that sword like Excalibur, man. You go like that and it goes like that. The edges is this. These are the two edges. Okay, so that's what it means, that big ass, you know what I mean? Excalibur type of sword. That's what the two-edged sword is, which is flipping dangerous. Right? Go ahead.
So piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and as a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Right. So that's it, man. So that's why they're getting cut and they're reasoning within themselves while they're hearing the word. You know? Trying to ignore things. That's why they roll up. Why do you think they roll up their window? They roll up and they hear that they roll up. It might be hot outside. Yeah. You understand? And the window will be down and they roll up, they don't give a shit. Okay? They'll melt if they have to, you know, even when there's traffic.
It's true, man.
Okay, because this word is deep, man. This word is deep, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 14. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh, power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words
And
in
some
thy
of them people that be at the club, they be going home and they do it. So, yeah, they gotta hear the whole thing. They gotta hear the whole counsel. They gotta hear the whole counsel, the whole breakdown. Go ahead.
Behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire,
Yep.
and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
Right. So that's what this word is likened unto fire as well. Okay? To devour the people.
Sure.
And we're not just devouring them, we're devouring these elites too.
Right.
Okay? Because these elites, their society's going down. Now we're speaking the truth about what's getting ready to happen to this place. Right? The cops. Right? Go ahead. Go ahead. That's something. Carl? Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 2. And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver hath he hid me.
That's it. That's exactly it. All right. So that's it. So he's using us to chop these people down. Okay. He's using us to bring these people down. So there's nothing much that he can do against us because the Lord is with us. The Most High be with us. Who could be against us? That's the bottom line. See what I'm saying? So all he could do is get mad and pout and try to disrupt and be childish, but it's not going to work. Okay. Let me get the. You got something? Bring it out.
This is Hosea 6 and verse 5. Therefore have I hewn them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. And thy judgments are as the light that goes forth.
Right. See that? He hewed them by his prophets, man. He brought them down, man. Okay, in the spirit. And he's going to take them down physically. Okay, but first he has to have it be said first. Okay, and after he has it be said, that's when the action is going to come. All right?
Right.
You have something? Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 5 and 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men,
Yep.
and let them alone. For if this counsel or this word be of man, it will come to naught.
Right.
But
that,
if it
that
be
was Gamaliel speaking, right? Right, when they were trying to come up against, who was that? Peter and John. Okay, go ahead.
It says, but if it be of Yahweh Yahushai, you cannot overthrow it.
Right.
Lest haply it be found even to fight against Yahweh.
Right, that's it. Okay? So you can't overthrow this truth, man. There's nothing Esau can do. There's nothing the ADL can do. There's nothing any of these people can do. You can set up Ye, because he's set up.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
He's set up. All right? He's coming with that madness. And now he's doing a world tour with that mask on his face. But then I thought they were trying to make you out to be crazy. Well, you're making yourself out to be crazy. So something's going on here, man. And then you're mentioning Lord Hit, saying you love him and this and that. You know, right? And then you got Israelite groups confirming that. Right? You got that one Israelite group saying, yeah, we ain't got no problem in there. We support. Why would you support the devil? That's the devil anyway. He's still the devil. Okay? Go ahead. Peter and the apostles. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel 33 and verse 30. And thou, son of man, children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that comes forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo,
Bro, read that again, bro. Read that again.
and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but will not do
But
them.
they won't do them. Okay? They hear the words, but they won't do them, man. All right? So how much people we see passing by? Oh, no, shalom, oh, come on, or whatever, you know? Oh, I'll be back next week, and we don't see those guys again. You know? Who knows where they went? I don't know if you brothers caught it. I gotta show you. You gotta see if I can find some little crack up, bro. Some of the apostles are hard said that we've been saying recently. I don't know if brothers caught the phrase, but anyway, go ahead. Keep going. I'm gonna show you brothers after. Huh? Which one? Which one? Yeah, we've been saying that. We've been saying. He said something this in the video we did today. I was cracking up, but I wish I could have shared it just after the specific part. Anyways, go ahead.
For with their mouth they show much love,
Yeah.
but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Right, their heart goeth after their covetousness, man. Okay, they want to do what they want to do. That's why it says they have itching ears looking to someone to tell them what they want to hear, in other words.
Yeah.
When you read the NLT. Because they want to hear what they want to hear. Okay, but that it doesn't work like that. Okay, you gotta move according to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's
That's
program.
right. That's right.
It's not according to your program. All right? All right? We'll jump into it.
This is Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near with me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men.
Right. It's taught by the precepts of men.
That's right.
Okay? So you got to deal with the word according to what it actually says, man. And that's why the apostles, they're the only group, the only leaders that ever said, that I ever heard say, everything that we say, look up. You know? And that's why you got to look up this and that. Whatever we say, go look it up. Always believe it, look it up. So how the hell you calling that a cult? How can that be a cult? When did Jim Jones go say, oh, well, look, before you drink this juice, make sure you look up the ingredients. Watch everything I put in this juice. Right?
So,
Check my background. No, right? They want you to be blind followers, man. Just like the IUIC, a bunch of zombie blind followers. That's why you report and say the same thing that all the rest of them say. You see? Go ahead. Jump in. Jump in. You want to jump in? Bring it out.
Romans 10 and 2.
Yep.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
See, our people have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Meaning they don't know the Heavenly Father. They don't know what He requires. They just know about the Bible and this and that, but they don't understand the Most High.
That's right.
See, we're breaking it down so you can understand what He requires
right.
before judgment comes. Because judgment is coming.
that's right.
This time is about to be more scary than any time these people ever witnessed in their life.
That's right.
All the games is going to be over with. The partying is going to be over with. Go ahead.
For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
Right. So they have not submitted themselves to the righteousness of the Most High. They submitted themselves to their own heart. They serve their own belly. Yep. So they submit themselves to their belly. They submit themselves to their flesh. Okay? Now I want to roll this blunt. That's what I'm going to do. Right? Right? So that's what I'm going to do, right? They cut, right? Because that's in there. What's going on, bro? That's what's in their mind. Right? Go ahead.
Titus 1 and
Hold on, bro. Let me get this pretty quick.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
Yep.
This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yes, sir.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud.
Well, I'm proud, and these people are proud out here, bro. You even got people in this Israelite thing, somehow they're proud. They're reading all these scriptures that speak against pride, but they still super duper proud.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's amazing. It show you the Lord to have you read something and not make it register.
Exactly.
Right? You can read it 20 times, bro. And it's not registering in your brain.
That's right.
Read that again.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
Yeah.
covetous, boasters, proud,
Yeah.
blasphemers, disobedient to parents,
Right. And what does that start with? The spiritual parents, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers.
And that's one thing about Jake. Jake is freaking unthankful, man. Jake is a real unthankful people, man. All the things the Most High did in Egypt, Jake was like, bro, if I was, listen, see? But that's the thing, though, right? That's why the Most High didn't give it up to us. A lot of us were just, fuck them up. Smite them again, you know? Because they're real ungrateful, man. And they're real selfish and they're real proud, man. All right? Go ahead.
False accusers, incontinent,
Right.
fierce, despisers of those that are good,
Yep.
traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures,
Right.
more than lovers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Well, that's it, right? That's who they're serving, right? That's their master, right? That's their belly. So they love their belly. their pleasure more than the Most High. You see that?
Go ahead, bro. This is Sirach 20 and 14. The gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it, neither yet of the envious for his necessity. For he looketh to receive many things for one. He giveth little and upbraideth much.
Right.
He openeth his mouth like a crier, today he landeth, and tomorrow will he ask it again.
Well, that's Jake, right? Jake will do a little thing for him. Jake might come out the gap 3 times, and he expect the Most High to make him win the lottery or something in his mind. Like he's expecting, everything's just gonna smooth out.
Yeah.
So I did what you told me to do. Right?
That's true.
He's getting bad. He's not even thinking about the past sins. We done broke it down yesterday. We went into the class yesterday, dealing with how we're not getting what we deserve for the sin.
That's right.
All right? You should be thankful. All right? Because the Most High He can destroy us right now. All right? And be justified. Now, every one of them, all the brothers, the apostles, all the brothers you see, you can do it right now and be justified. Me, any brother, right? And you can do it and be justified, man. Why? Because we sinned against Him, man. Okay, but the thing, that's why we gotta, give constant praises, because His mercy, man.
Such an one is to be hated of Yahweh, Yahushai, and man.
That's it. Go ahead, bro. You got something, right?
Titus 1 and 15. Unto the pure all things are pure,
Right.
but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Right.
But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know the Most High, but in works they deny Him.
Right, because they don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe in Yahweh. See, a lot of these Israelite camps, they really don't believe either. Okay? They got the garments, and to them it's just a trend. It's really just a trend to a lot of these guys. I don't know if you remember the guy who came out, he had the staff. That was just a trend to him. Okay? That was just a trend to him. All right? He had the picture, I remember I seen him on his Instagram, he had the picture, the Bible. Yo, that's a super Israelite. Okay?
Yeah, I know the
Right. What's the word? Who's known as the
Came
word
here?
of God?
Oh, okay, yeah. Big guy. Oh, yeah.
That's Israelite 101.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? Right? And then when the Edomite chick was walking with the Jake, so we ain't cursing out. We're not speaking against Jake with Edomites. We're going into a deep topic right now. We got time to be speaking about that. Furthermore, you don't know who that, that Jake, we could get whatever one we want. But why are you so distracted by it? Because they like the show. They're the type that click on the videos that say, Jake, the Edomite comes up and gets sliced in two with the word of the Most High.
Yeah.
God. But then the word of the Most High, God slices him and leaves blood all over the city. They have titles like that. Right, that's right. That's it. Right? So, and then those are the ones that get the hits, and those are the people that are known for it. When you first come in, you're interested in, you want to see Esau get cut up.
Yeah.
All right? When I first came, I wanted to see Esau get cut too. Right? But, I also listen to the other ones too. See what I'm saying?
That's right.
And there comes a point where you're not even interested in that like that. Especially from these, I don't even watch these other, I'm not interested in these other camps. It could be, you might get slammed, okay, whatever, okay. Where's the deep topics? Where's the topics that,
Watchmen for Israel. They like that doing that.
But in works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
Right, in works they deny Him, man. All right, in works they deny Him, man. And for me to say, I'm gonna be honest, for me to say, bro, I'm gonna come out every week and then not show up, right? I'm gonna be here every week and say it with conviction. I mean, not say it with conviction, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't see him the next week. You don't even see him, not even the next week.
I know.
There's something up with that, man.
That's something, yeah.
Right? That's a major lack of integrity, man. I mean, I understand if you got in a car accident or something, right? Something serious happened. Other than that, what? I just don't feel like going out in the cold. All right, bro. You got something?
This is the book of Sirach 18 and verse 22. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not
140.
until death to be justified.
Right, and defer not until death to be justified? Read that again.
Sirach 18 and 22. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not until death to be justified.
He made the declaration. I didn't tell him to make the declaration. He made the declaration. All right. And me, I don't like saying things that I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. It don't feel right. If I say something, I want to be able to do it
That's
to
right.
the best of my ability, man. Especially when it comes to the Most High. Come on, brother. It's scripture, bro. It's scripture. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 5:5-4. When thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, defer not to pay.
And he should have said a little further than that.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't. He didn't. Go ahead.
For he had no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow.
Well, Peter spoke about that when they said something to him, and he said, "You lied to the Holy Spirit." Right? So you gotta watch what you say and who you say it to. Go ahead.
Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Man, heavy. Salaki, go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew 12 and verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Man, if I was watching this, I'd feel hurt. So if I was on that side dealing with that, I'd feel the way I'd feel cut in the spirit right now. Well, you should feel cut. If you're watching this, you should feel cut in the spirit. All right? The Lord is not playing. And if you don't get your act right, the Lord is going to destroy you. I don't care how well your pictures look. Okay? The Lord doesn't care about that. The Lord doesn't look at that vanity. The Lord is not vain, man. The Lord is looking for sincere hearts that are out here doing his work for real, man. You want to jump in, brother? You want to jump in? Okay, go ahead, finish it off.
Matthew 12 and 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
That's right.
For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Right. Okay, and that's why the scriptures speak about no guile being found in their mouth, right?
That's right. That's right.
Because he'll pull that up. He'll pull those receipts up if he wants to. Okay? He'll pull those receipts up. All right?
This is Matthew 21 and verse 28. But what think ye? A certain man had 2 sons, and he came to the first and said, Son,
Right.
go work today in my vineyard.
Man. If this guy's watching, if you're watching, it's the spirit is talking to you. Go ahead, man.
He answered and said, I will not.
Yeah?
But afterward he repented and went.
Afterward, he repented and went. He said, I will not, but then he went and did it, right? It's like if you, just like Jonah, right? He said he didn't want to go out and prophesy. But guess what? He went out and prophesied at the end of the day, right? Which makes him a man of the Lord, right?
And he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir.
Oh, I go. Oh, I'm going. I got the garment ready. I got the stick ready. Right? Oh, I got all my precepts lined up. I can't wait to go out and preach the word of God. Right? Go ahead.
And went not.
And went not. All that talk, man. That's why I said, they profess me with their mouth, they know what you love, but their heart is far from you. Man. Go ahead.
Whether of them twain did the will of his father.
Right.
They say unto him, the first.
That's right.
How shall I say unto them, verily I say unto you, that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of the Most High before you.
He said the truth. Right, because they changed their ways.
Right.
Right? When you said you were going to change your way, and you did change your way, man. You see? These certain people, man. Oh, get me that with a wicked, and a wicked, there was one with the wicked restored the pledge. Okay? And there's another one dealing with, the wicked turn from his wicked way. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, if you repent, if you're doing wickedness, but then you repent, then the Lord will deal with you. Okay? But if you think you're righteous, but then you're not really turning to the Lord, and the Lord is not dealing with you, man. Or if you're righteous, if you're doing righteousness, rather, and you turn to wickedness again, hey, the Lord is not dealing with you either. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 18 and verse 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed, and keep my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die.
Right.
And
And that shows you, Salaki, that shows these other camps are not in the right spirit. You know, because they come and most of the people that's watching them is watching for entertainment.
Yeah.
I see Paul Curtis there on the comment boasting about 125,000 followers. How much of them are out there teaching? The apostle always says that. How much of them are out there pushing the word? Go ahead.
Verse 22. All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him.
right.
And his righteousness that he hath done, he shall live.
That's it.
Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die, saith the Lord power, and not that he should return from his way and live?
That's it. And that's only speaking about Israelites, by the way. That doesn't apply to heathen. It doesn't apply to Esau either. What?
Is it right now? This is Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 14. Again, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, if he turn from his sin and do that which is lawful and right, if the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed, walk in the statutes of life without committing
And this
iniquity.
is not dealing with Esau. Esau cannot restore the pledge. I don't care if he gives all the reparations in the earth. He cannot restore the pledge. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with him. He said, though he sought carefully with tears, there was no place of repentance for him.
Sure.
Boy,
If the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed, walk in the statutes of life without committing iniquity, he shall surely live, he shall not die.
right? You shall surely live, you shall not die. Okay? So when you're doing wicked, let's say, because we always started off doing wickedness, right?
That's it.
When we turn to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? He's going to allow us to live. He's going to give us that life. He's going to preserve us, protect us from these said perils that are getting ready to come.
That's right.
Okay? But if you're doing righteousness and you leave from doing righteousness, now the protection is taken away from you. Go ahead.
That's for sure.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 19. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption,
Right?
for of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world, through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai HaMashiach,
Right.
they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse than them than the beginning.
Right, so that's it. So if you come into this truth and you're entangled again into the world, right? The latter end of you is going to be worse than the beginning. Have you ever said experience?
It says, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
Right.
But
See,
it-
it would have been better for you to just be outside of the truth
Yeah.
and not know the truth
Yeah.
than to come into the truth. Because it says, they that knew the Lord's will shall be beaten with many stripes, and they that didn't know shall be beaten with few. So when you hear this truth, you're held accountable. Go ahead.
But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is returned to his own vomit again.
That's
Right.
it. Right. The dog is returned to his vomit. Go ahead.
And the soul that was washed are wallowing in the mire.
Right. Meaning the pig goes back into the dirt, the filth, the mud. All right. Go ahead, bro.
This is Hebrews 6 and verse 4. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit and have tasted the good word of the Most High and the powers of the world to come, if they fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they have crucified to themselves the Son of Yahweh afresh and put him to open shame.
Right. So you going back into the world after coming to the truth, it's like you asking the Lord. It's like you asking the Lord to come back down and go on the cross
That's
again.
right. That's right.
Because the only reason you were able to get the truth is by him going on the cross anyway. Right?
That's right.
Okay? You see that? So you did not getting leaving the truth. It's like you asking him to come back down. He's not going to come back down. All right? And do that again. All right? So you're left out there. And the next thing is destruction. There's very few cases. There's very few cases that a man can come back from leaving the truth. What?
This is Ezekiel 18 and 24.
Especially the last minute. Go ahead.
But
We're at the last minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? This is not the 90s. All right? We're in the last minute of this kingdom. The Lord is about to completely close the curtains on this place, man. 2023 is going to be a heavy year. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 18 and 24. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned. And his trespass that he hath trespassed, and in his sin that he hath sinned, and them shall he die.
Right, that's it. That's it, all right? So the Lord is looking for a particular spirit that you're coming in. And the ones that come in the right spirit, those are the ones that the Lord is going to build up, and they're going to keep the truth. Get me that in the publican in the publican in the church. What you got? Go ahead, yeah.
Luke 15 and 7. I say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repented,
That's right.
more than over 99 just person which need no repentance.
That's right, that's right. So one of the Israelites of the elect repents, well then guess what? The angels are rejoicing at them. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 10, likewise I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of the Most High over one sinner that repented.
That's right. Okay, you can have about 100,000 views, and you can have 10 people that are of the elect. Okay, you can have 1,000 views. You might have one person that's of the elect. Okay, because the elect is a small number compared to the whole pie. Okay.
This is Psalms 34, verse 18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such of be, saveth such as be of a contrite spirit.
Right, save it those that be of a contrite spirit. Now, let's look up the word contrite, bro. Look that up in the Google. Contrite. You got it? Okay, bring that up.
It says contrite, feeling or expressing remorse or penitence, affected by guilt.
Right. Right. If you're affected by guilt to the point of what? Turning back to the Lord. To the point of changing your ways, man. Okay? Left from the Lord, seek him 10 times more. Okay? Let's sit on that. Okay. More on that, right? No, I need more on the scriptures. No? Okay. You got something?
No. Pass.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Bring it on.
Now, this is Luke 18, verse 9. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they are righteous and despised others. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus.
Right. So hold on. He said that he's dealing with 2 men that trusted in themselves that they were righteous. Okay? Because our righteousness is not of ourselves, man. Our righteousness is of Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You see? Yes, when you look at in the world, we're more righteous than these people. We have more integrity than these people. Okay? But dealing with the fact that doesn't make us really truly righteous, because ultimately we still sin, we still go off. Okay? Because the scriptures say when you offend in one, you offend in all. Okay, we still got folly within ourselves.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, it's all about Yahweh Shai, and he's looking at our spirit. He's looking deeper than the outward of the flesh. Okay? And the sins we commit. He's looking deeper than that. Okay? Because the elect was the first fruits from the beginning. Those were the spirits that was with the Lord in the beginning, and before the foundation of the earth. Go ahead. And why do you think brothers are so close? Why do you think we're so close, man? Even no matter where we're at in the world, man, we're so close to one another, man. And we can go meet a brother for the first time, and we're close to that brother in the spirit,
Right.
because we were the spirits that were back then. Okay, all coming back together. Go ahead.
This is Luke 18 and 10. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican.
Right.
The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, the Most High, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican.
Right, so he thought he was righteous. This guy prayed, he thought he was righteous. Well, I do this, I do that. He thought he was righteous, man. Go ahead.
Verse 12, I fast twice in the week.
Go ahead.
I give tithes of all that I possess. and the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much as his eyes into heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, the Most High be merciful to me, a sinner.
Right, so he came in the spirit of humility, man.
Yeah.
See, one of the things the Lord likes is humility, man.
Humbleness.
That's one way to get on the good side of the Most High, is to be in a humble spirit. Okay, which goes into what? A lowly spirit.
Yeah.
No, don't think of yourself too highly, man. Right? More highly than you ought to think of
That's
yourself.
right. That's right.
Okay, these people out here, they think of themselves on a high level, man. Okay? That's why the scripture says that men shall be lovers of themselves, man. You see that? Go ahead.
Okay, jump in.
Yep.
This is Galatians 6:3. If a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
That's right.
Right.
Back to Luke 18:14. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased,
That's right.
and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted.
Right. So he that humble, when we're humbling ourselves right
Oh,
now
yeah.
before Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You see that? Okay. The scriptures say that princes walking as servants upon the earth, man. So we're in a humble position right now. You see that? Oh, it says, being reviled, being treated. A lot of people that pass, they talk smack. We're trying to teach them and show them what's going on. And, I don't think I got something to do, you know? Put back on their headphones or keep it moving. Right? That's a humbling thing right there. Right? Because they're like, whatever, I ain't got time to listen to you right now, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's humbling. Right? Are people talking smack, they roll on it, they're laughing, snickling.
Yeah.
We're being humbled out here, bro.
That's right.
Okay? But guess what? The ones that are being humble, those are the ones that are going to be exalted, man. The scripture says, woe to you that laugh now, because you shall moan and weep. Oh, man, hold on now. Let's get Isaiah 65.
Proverbs 15:33. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility.
For honor is humility, man. And these people ain't never went through no humility, especially these Edomites. Oh, they're going to go through the major humility, man. These Edomites, they're going to feel some humility, boys. All right? All that pride they've been having for these how much hundreds of years, they're gonna feel some major humility, man. Okay? And they're not going to lift up their head again. They're not going to lift up their head again. All right? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. Oh, hold on, before you get that.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 10, the book of Luke, chapter 14 and 10. But when thou art bidden, go and sit down in the, I'm starting at 9. And he that bade thee, Luke 14 and 8, when thou art bidden of any man to a wedding, sit not down in the highest room.
Right.
Lest a more honorable man than thou be bidden of him.
Right.
And he that bade thee and him come and say to thee, give this man place.
Yeah, that's it. Right? So you don't go sit at the highest seat, right? Because then someone that might be more honorable than you will come in that, and the guy might say, listen, now you got to go sit at that seat. And what? That's shame to you. Go ahead.
And he that bade thee and him come and say to thee, give this man place.
Right.
And thou begin with shame to take the lowest room.
Right.
But when thou art bidden, go and sit down in the lowest room.
Right.
That when he that bade thee cometh, he may say unto thee, friend, go up higher. Then shalt thou have worship in the presence of them that sit at meat.
Right. They're gonna praise you because everyone's gonna see him say, no, you need to sit up higher. Okay? But guess what? That goes into how you act on a day-to-day basis too. Okay? It's always better to be humble. You always win being humble. You don't win boasting, you know? But Jake, it makes the game fun. You might be playing ball or whatever. It's fun to talk smack, that's how Jake is, you know? But you know when you lose, it's more shame coming with it. But it puts more at stake. Right? When you talk smack, it puts more at stake. Okay? And that's what makes it more fun. It's just like if you put a bet on a basketball game or a football game, guess what? It's much more entertaining watching that game. Now every point you're like, oh, whoa. I mean, you're marking you're looking at everything. You're marking every step. Yo, whoa, why did you do that? You know? It makes it more because there's more at stake. Right? But if you come in a humble stance, there's really nothing at stake. Yeah. What do you have to lose?
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So, okay, yeah, you got it. You're better than me. You know? You're better than me. You know? You're better than me. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then you're just scoring a bunch of points. And that guy, he just got this shit face on him, you know? Yeah, coming up with excuses. I ain't gonna say no names. There's two brothers that got that spirit on them. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 11. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased.
Right.
And he that humbleth himself shall be exalted.
Right, he that humbleth himself shall be exalted, man. That's what's getting ready to come to the elect, man. Okay? Because right now we're sitting in a lower seat. And Lord, when we give that number, the elect is sitting in a lower seat than they need to be sitting in, man. Well, give me a princess Richardson in low place. Give me that, please. Okay? Jump in. Go ahead.
Sirach 3 and 16. Sirach 3 and 17. My son, go on with thy business in meekness, so shalt thou be beloved of him that is approved. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself.
The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, man. The greatest people on the earth are the most humble. Okay? And when you guys say you're going to have Edomites and slavery, well, that's their position. Listen, you're not proud because if you say you're over your dog, you're better than your dog. You're not, oh, yeah, that's pride. You need to humble down and show the dog. A dog is a dog. A human is a human.
That's right.
Right? Your woman is your woman. You're not the same. Your woman's not the same level as you because you're a man.
That's right.
That's the correct order for
That's
this.
right. That's right.
You see, we said we're over the Edomites and the heathen. That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's not pride.
No, that's not good.
We don't treat our brothers as you know? You know what I'm saying? There's order in everything, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We treat every brother like Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Go ahead.
The greater thou art, the more humble thyself.
Yep.
And thou shalt find favor before the Lord.
Right?
Many are in high
But
places.
in other words, we ain't telling brothers, it's like it. In other words, we ain't telling brothers, I don't know, man, some crazy who will give me a Dutch at the store, you know what I'm saying? Like in that type of manner, like, so shut up, nigga. When I speak, you shut up. You know, we don't speak like that to brothers, man. That's what I mean, bro. Which Jake in the world, they'll do that. Right? Snap on you, right? Right? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
Verse 19, Sirach 3 and 19. Many are in the high places and of renown,
Right.
but mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
Right.
For the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly.
That's right. So the meek is really the lowly,
That's
and
right.
they're the ones that the Lord is dealing with.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? Because remember when it spoke about Moses, that was the top man on the earth at that particular time. And it said what? He was the most humble man in the
Humble.
world. All right? Oh, but hold on. When Dayton, Corey, and Abiram came up though, and they started to exalt themselves, he said, okay, let's see if the Most High is dealing with me or you. So he knew the Most High was dealing with him over them. That wasn't pride.
No, that's
The Most High already showed him that he's dealing with him over them. Okay? But he said, listen, man, all right, we'll see, man. And he said, whoever stays with them is going to die. That's not pride.
the truth.
Okay? Because I think he told him that you're getting too big for your bridges, and roughly paraphrasing. All right? So that's what I'm saying. But he was still humble in his spirit.
Yeah.
He was a down-to-earth individual, in other words. Right? You could talk to the man. You could really, these average, even these Edomites, all these people, they could talk to us. That's why sometimes we're over there and they come talk, right?
Yeah.
We let them talk, we try to feel them out, see what they're about.
Yeah.
Okay? So we're not no a-holes, man, on that level. You see what I'm saying? But we're gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah. That's right.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler.
Right.
Folly is set in great dignity,
That's right.
and the rich sit in low
Low
place.
The rich, spiritually rich. All right? The future rulers of this earth, man.
That's right.
Right? The elect is sitting in a low place in this earth, man. Okay, and the Lord is about to exalt them, man.
That's right.
Oh, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 14. The Lord has cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead.
That's it.
The Lord had plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place.
Right, and these other nations, they're proud. They're very arrogant, man. Really, our nation, including the wicked jakes, they're really more humble than these other nations. Okay, they're not humble dealing with other jakes.
Oh, come on.
No, please, no.
Do you want one?
No, it's okay. Thank you. All right, but they're not humble dealing with other jakes. Okay, but they're humble dealing with other Edomites and other nations.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Ezekiel 17 and 24. And all the trees of the field shall know that I, the Lord, have brought down the high tree.
Right.
I've exalted the low tree.
And who's the high tree? Esau, Edom. Okay, that's the one that's in power right now. Go ahead.
I've dried up the green tree.
Right.
And I've made the dry tree to flourish. I, the Lord, have spoken and I've done it.
Well, I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it. And he's getting ready to do it. He's getting ready to break their teeth and to take them out of power. And it's going to be so glorious because look at all the technology they have. Look at all the weaponry they have. They think it's impossible. These people think it's impossible to take Esau down, man. Right? But they're going to find out, man. There's one with greater technology, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 2 and 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down.
2:6.
And the haughtiness of man shall be made low. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
The Lord alone, the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. So he's going to be brought down, like I said. And guess what? Esau's not going to lift up his head again. Okay? Go ahead. That's it. All right, let's take the last scripture. No, we're good on that. What you got? You got something? Nothing? You got something? Pulling it up?
Real
All right.
quick.
Oh, you got something, brother? Go ahead, go on. I must read that.
2 Chronicles 36 and 16. But they mock it, the messenger of God, and despises his word, and misuse his prophet, until the wrath of the Lord arouse against his people, till there was no remedy.
Right, and deal with the mocking, right? When you deal with humble and humility, it goes into humiliation.
That's
So
right.
that has to do with mocking. That has to do with being ridiculed. You see
That's
what I'm saying
right.
to you?
That's
That's
right.
all part of the game,
That's right.
right? Jeremiah was ridiculed. All these people, all these great men of the Lord were ridiculed,
That's right.
right? Even Moses, they were speaking against him. Remember, he came and said, "Oh, you should have fight your brother. Who art thou to be? Who made you prince over us?"
Yeah.
Nigga. That's basically what they said. All right? Or are you going to kill us like you killed the Egyptian? Oh. Right? Dry snitching. Oh. Go ahead, bro.
1 Corinthians 4 and 10.
Dry snitching.
We are fools for Hamashiach's sake,
Yeah?
but we are wise in Hamashiach.
Right.
We are weak, but ye are strong. We are honorable, but we are despised.
Read it again.
I'll start at 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles last, as they were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to the angels, and unto man.
Right. That's it. A spectacle. I mean, in a show. Okay? Theater. What you got, bro? What you got?
This is Ecclesiasticus 11 and verse 4. Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor. For the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden.
Well, that's a cut to Jake. Jake likes to boast. Oh, that's deceptive. What are those? You know, they like to boast, man. They like to boast of what they got, man. They can be taken away in any minute, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, for the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. Verse 5, it says, many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of hath worn the crown.
Well, that's it. Well, Yahweh Shai is getting ready to take that crown, man. He's getting ready to take that crown. And they weren't expect. They didn't want to believe that Yahweh Shai was the one. But he was the one. You see? It's like King Solomon. They thought for sure it had to be his brother Absalom, right? Because he was beloved, right? He was like the most goodly looking, right? He had that big afro. No blemish. He said he had no blemish. But he was wicked. Go ahead, man.
This is Isaiah 13 and verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir, man. All right? And that's what's getting ready to happen, man. All right? So with that, we're going to close up. We'll give all praises, glory, and honor
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
Right, double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, salutations, much love and respect to God out there. Sincerity. All right? Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Lahayna, Yahweh, Hud, Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Lahayna, Yahweh, Hud, Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Lahayna, Yahweh, Hud. All right, above.
Above.